accidents, and as a result, we are trying to develop our emergency services corps more. So we also have a project with amateur radio. As you know, we have JOTA. Well, JOTA is only one weekend out of an entire year. So I started a weekly radio communications net for Boy Scouts all around the world to where they can communicate digitally via radio. And even if they don't have a radio, but they have a call sign and are licensed in their country, they can download an application on their cell phone or computer to still join our weekly net and get their youth involved. So we are on our fifth week with that project, and we regularly have around 58 scouts from around the world who attend our weekly net to pass information and communicate. And then in the Philippines, we started a training program to train uh, amateur radio operators from our scouts and then license them and then get them on the air so they can serve the community, especially in times of disaster and need. And that's what my current project is right now.
Okay, welcome, Jason. I want to introduce this medical team's idea in Korea. So we are preparing for the 23rd World Scout Jamboree, but before that, we want to organize the medical team among the Korea Scout Association. So last 28th of February, 12 people, we met each other. They are the medical doctors, nurses, and also the administration officers for the hospital, and one person in charge of firefighting the cases. So this medical team, we are not only focused for the medical operation. We are thinking about, as you mentioned, that for the disaster or any emergency case. So what my ambition is, this team will provide for the good service for the during the Jamboree. That is the priority purpose. But my personal target to make it this team is, as a scout, we are prepared to self-defense. Means, well, we are any accident or etc. We should know how to make it better, rectify my cases, then develop to the help to other people. Then this group, I myself and others, can become a team to help to the community. That is my target of making this medical team. So hopefully, what the medical jamboree or medical the group of medical team in a worldwide, the leading by the site. This is the good idea. I'm happy to join with this try. And second one, this is the medical team. If you allowed me, I can move to next one for the ATAS, Top Achiever Scout. Can I move there?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah, this is the scarf for the Association of Top Achiever Scout. We are wearing this, and this is the only scarf in the world. Means everybody recognize top achievers of every NSOs. And when they become a member, we will give it to the members for the dispatch. Whether you can see clearly or not, sorry, this side. This is the badge. Little better one is this. And this badge, we are all wearing in the left-hand sleeve. But some of the NSO, they have a different regulation. They follow their different regulation. But anyway, we are wearing this badge on the left-hand sleeve, and we recognize each other, and wearing scarves. And this, provide the badge and scarf is free of charge. But cannot get it by the other person's hand, or we are not sending by post, even the member. So when they want to become a member, they should submit the registration form. After accepting, everybody has a registration number. We already have 11,000 members. Everyone has different number, but that different number is coming from every region. Means every region can have same number. Let's say I'm a number 2 in Asia Pacific and number 2 in the Inter-America region, number 2 in the European region. Maybe 6 of us, we have a same number, but different region. So everybody has a number, everybody wear the badge, everybody wear the scarf. This is the recognition among ourselves. And what we want to do, we just make it human networking. This is not an official networking, just human networking and recognize each other, help each other to make it better scouting in every NSO, every region, every ward. And for the cost, usually we are paid by the management committee, means some of the senior people. All of the young people, they join with us. They don't need pay for the badge. They don't need pay for the scarf. So this is what we are doing. And we are not involved any political, any other activity, just exchange the ideas. We are looking for the good program for this. We are doing, usually we have a gathering in everywhere, every world or regional event. We are trying to have one event for the ATAS gathering. So we recognize each other, we exchange the idea, that is the purpose. At the moment, we are starting 2004, December 10th, and 16 years over now. And at that time, we are starting from 41 members from 16 NSOs in Asia Pacific only. But now we are in 5 regions. Unfortunately, the Eurasia region, we don't have a member yet. And 5 regions, over 60 countries, we have 11,000 members. So we are doing regularly a task gathering everywhere. But we need we need another program, how we can help for the World Scouting. So this is the situation at the moment. And welcome the Dr. Jason McDonald and join with the ATAS, and you will receive this badge hopefully directly from me. Yep. Thank you. This is the introduction of the medical team and ATAS World.
Simon,
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Dr. Jason, please
Yes,
go ahead.
yes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Simon, I was in last Jamboree, but I don't qualify for it because I became a scout or a scouter when I put my son here in USA. So I was in entire ceremony. I was there. I loved it. So is there any option for a scouter like me who did not join, who was not a scout growing up? What are the options? Is there an option for this to earn this, or I have to do some projects or anything, any exception to it?
You could be the father of the ATAS member. Your son is the Eagle Scout. So
My daughter is a Girl Scout, Gold Award.
yeah. So
Sanula, I'm really sorry to say to you like this. Yes, we are the group of top achievers when they are young age. So many people are missing this chance. But as the site mentioned that you are always welcome as a father of the Top Scout. So you can join with our gathering anytime.
no,
Thank you.
his son is the Eagle Scout, you know. So
Yeah.
he should join. Yes, you should be proud. And then
Yeah.
Simon, I'm going to put on the planning committee and the discussion that our kitchen jamboree. We will. That's why I put this sign ATAS, and I'm promoting because I'm member of the ATAS in the USA, and so we are going to invite all the ATAS member to join the this one, and those are not member, they could be investiture on the kitchen jamboree. So that's the idea. If you are approved as the founder and chairperson, we will definitely put in the our promotion, and we'll continue Ata's support to the kitchen jamboree as well as the medical.
I have a question. I cannot make a I cannot make an immediate decision because ATAS have a world management committee.
Right.
So joining as a ATAS world level, so we should get agreement from the ATAS world management. So, but I don't think any problem there. But if you want, then I will put this subject to the agenda of the ATAS World Management Committee, and I will let you know the result.
Let me, since I am the only one who said that, I have the two right and left brother with me. What do you think, brother?
Yeah, I have a question about the, getting the ATAS membership. You have to earn the highest scout rank. Is that correct?
Eagle Scout, yes, or equivalent to Eagle Scout in your whatever the country you belongs to.
Okay, then I can earn it.
So yeah, as far as since Simon's already said that, I think the promotion is always good. Promotion of the values of ATAS, what is carrying it, why Scout would be asking for it or joining the member. This is a good promotion, and the value it carries, and continuous, again, as I said, socialization factor of it. You learn from gathering of good people. You learn from gathering of good achiever. So I think definitely it's a good thing. So if Simon is okay with it, and BSA is okay with it, I don't see why not include it and promoting it.
Well, let me tell you, the BSA does not have any objection, but BSA is not endorsed yet. But as a Eagle Scouts or equivalent to Eagle Scouts, we can extend the invitation to join the Jamboree, and if they are there. And for that reason, as he mentioned, that you as Executive Secretary on behalf of the Kitchen Jamboree write a letter, the proposal to the ATAS Board of Directors, and then we can get as quick as possible the approval, and then we'll go from there. Right, Simon?
Yes, my suggestion is we better concentrate to go through the International Commissioner of every NSO, right, in an official way. That is the priority and basic. And ATAS is another big group of in-world scouting. So you can approach to the ATAS, you can approach to the ISGF, whatever you want. Yes. That is the one of the sites. So better go through the official channel of every NSO. That way is the more important.
That's why we are thinking, as we mentioned earlier, that after the planning meeting, all the letters going from the Kitchen Jamboree to all the international commissioner from the signature of the BSA International Commissioner. Yes.
Yep.
So, Dr. Jason, what do you think? How you can help the Kitchen Jamboree with your expertise? Because this is a virtual Jamboree, and we have a lot of support we needed for the wireless and all these things. Yesterday, I think the Sanjeev will explain to you. Yesterday we had the training for the Zoom thing. Sanjeev, would you please explain where we stand?
Yesterday we have a training about the new platform that called Discord, because that is a new application among the around the youth population. So also we try to use that one. Yesterday we have some training how to use that one, and we want to add every possible way to promote our Kitchen Jamboree. So that's why yesterday we
That's very good. I also use Discord once in a while, so it's very popular amongst youth.
Uh,
And Simon, sir, I'm actually tonight or tomorrow I'll be submitting my application for ATAS to join. I've been looking at it for a while, and I decided earlier today that yes, I'm going to join. uh, and Saeed, sir, uh, yeah, I could offer to use my network within amateur radio to discuss amateur radio in emergency communication uh, as part of emergency preparedness. For example, we have the most amount of disasters in the world per capita in the Philippines. We have mudslides, volcanic eruptions, typhoons. You can name the disaster, and we have it. And we have a huge need for emergency communications to talk with our firefighters, to talk with our medics, and especially when communications are down. This can happen around the world. For example, New Zealand had a 8.1 earthquake just the other day, right off their coast. If that were to have happened in New Zealand, all communications would have been down except for amateur radio. And we are trying to build a countrywide network right now to try to fill that communications gap. In regards to medicine, I am one of the medical directors for my council, and we are required to do physicals on all of our scouts and scouters before any event. They have to have a doctor's signature to say they're healthy enough to attend. This protects both youth and adults because let's face the reality. We generally have more adults who have an issue in a scouting event than we actually have scouts. You know, so it's very important to have health amongst our scouters. So I would be able to I would be really happy to talk about health and safety and risk mitigation for uh, any jamboree. And I just got done doing a Cub Scout camporee here in Florida, where I was the medical director for that type of event. And I would be really happy to talk about how we can mitigate, how we can respond, how we can plan for disasters so we could be prepared uh, for something, hoping that it doesn't actually happen, especially for the upcoming Jamboree. That's going to be a big undertaking. You know, surveys are going to need to be made. We need to make sure our staff are prepared to handle pretty much any disaster. And now we have a pandemic. So there's a lot of precautions we have to make for everything, essentially medical.
So, Dr. Jason, what I understand, you're living in Philippines and then you are joined with the Boy Scouts of Philippines as well. So that means you are very well aware about Asian culture, and also though you are thinking about more some of the emergency disaster case. So I'm really want you to join with our 25th World Scout Jamboree in 2023. So you are the right person to join with us. So please join with us. Yeah.
Thank you. I would be honored to join, not just because I primarily live in Asia, but because scouting has been my heart ever since I was a Cub Scout. Back in America when I was just a wee kid, and we have so many different traditions. I spent 6 years assigned to the United Nations, and I was the U.S. Air Force's ambassador to China and to Israel. And my area of responsibility was Asia. So I was in charge of Asia as a continent. So Russia to Indonesia, Japan to Israel. And for 6 years, that was my AOR, working with quality assurance for combat medics in the field. And one thing I learned living in the Philippines and living in China, because I lived in Hong Kong and mainland China, was we have to understand each other. And once we do that, we can move forward in a safe environment. And every culture has its own standard for safety. And if we can mix all of our standards together, we can come up with a very safe environment that we've mitigated risks. So I'd be honored to join you.
Thank you. Most welcome. We will invite you in 2022 Pre-World Scout Jamboree and 2023 World Scout Jamboree.
Very good.
Very good. Thank you so much.
I'll be honored to have him as in our committee and on the executive board, and we will further, and since this is a virtual, even if you go for the other country, like you are going tomorrow for a week, but you can contact, if you have the meeting, you can, this virtual is a wonderful thing, and the reason I ask you, because I met you yesterday, and I say, before we forgot, because everybody is busy, so I pick up the telephone in the midnight to call the Simon and get the approval. And he's so nice to me that he said that anytime you just, so the 2 hours before this meeting, I send him the Zoom and to you, and then I salute to my staff who is a volunteer. 2 minutes before the 9 o'clock, I send him, and they say, if you can join, it'll be an honor. If not, that's okay. And they join. So we are serious to the business because, like you said, this is my almost 65 years in scouting from the Cubs, and I can say that proudly that I never stopped wearing the uniform.
So you are joined with the scouting even over your age. You looks like 55 years old, and then you join with the scouting 65.
Thank you, Simon. Yeah. I'm 74 years young man. Yes. Thank you. Yes. And that's why I say that the Korea Jamboree, I hope I will be successfully, I can fulfill the requirement and the job what I am taking under. But that's my dream. This is the 23rd Jamboree will be strong support of the fellow Scouts leaders, and whatever I've earned during these 65 years, I will return to the community.
And so, Simon, before the Jamboree starts, I'm going to have to arrive a few days early so we can go to a jjimjilbang and drink shike and relax a little while.
Very good. So have you been to Korea before?
Yes, I spent 3 months at the DMZ.
Oh, very good.
I was assigned there as a doctor for our troops.
Yep.
And it was...
now you are Lieutenant Colonel. Lieutenant Colonel. Yeah.
I actually never left the DMZ though. I had no time to tour anything. We were not permitted to leave that area. So unfortunately, I did not get a chance to see Seoul or Incheon, or I was strictly at work. So I would love to go there and spend some time seeing some of the sites and learning some of the culture. Besides just, work. It was so cool to be able to go to Korea, and I was so devastated when I wasn't allowed to leave my post.
So anytime please come to Korea before the Jamboree. You will be my guest.
Well, thank you, sir. And come to Florida. If I'm in Florida in the USA, I will host you and take you to Disney.
Thank you. Thank you.
And tomorrow I'll be in Philadelphia for 2 weeks running a vaccination center for FEMA. I was called, actually, I was supposed to be in New Mexico tomorrow, but that got canceled to run a vaccination center at an Indian reservation at the University of Gallup in Gallup, New Mexico. But that got canceled, and FEMA asked me to go to Philadelphia to help open a max vaccination center. So if you need anything, I can ask SYED to pass on my contact information. And while I'm away for the next 2 weeks, if it's around this time in the evening, I'd be happy to join any meeting and discuss anything you guys need.
Thank you very much. We have the next meeting. Sanjeeva and Ehsanullah will send you the invitation. That meeting is 27th, right?
Yes, 27. The 7:30 a.m. in Los Angeles time.
Yeah, so you are most welcome to join, because East time is 10:30. So that's good for us, but for these people who are in Los Angeles, this is,
Yes.
I have to wake up early.
yes.
Oh.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Jason. And if group wants to ask any question, and more, we are still here, because I have somebody else is coming at 10 o'clock. So I don't mind if you guys want to stay. We can.
I have a question about the ATAS membership application. Where I need to send that application?
I'm sorry?
ATAS application.
I think SYED will send you the website address.
Yes.
Actually, website address is all small letter atasapr.org.
Yeah, I already print the application. Where I need to send that.
You wanted to join?
Of course, yes.
Okay, so see, Simon, say that the two ATAS people I recruited. Okay, you can talk to me later. I will provide you all the address and everything. There is a no fee. The only thing here, you have to be submit your Eagle Scouts equivalent to that certificate, and your affiliation, and then that's it. And then I will request Simon to the procedure is that whenever is the ATAS gathering, they will give you this certificate, this neckerchief, the badge, and because that's a ATAS fellowship. So I received mine in Azerbaijan when council. So then this is wonderful gathering, and everybody, and this is no charge, but the only thing is a commitment that this cannot be mailed. You have to be person to receive, but you can send the application. The process will be done. So that's very easy, and you will enjoy it. Every Jamboree there is a fellowship. So as Simon invited all of you to join the 22 and 23, and because we should be attending both time, because if we are working for this project, the kitchen jamboree and medical, we should be there. We should not be feeling that we cannot make it. So plan from now. Ehsanullah, I'm talking to you. Don't look over there. You are going for 2022.
Now, where will that be in 2022? Will that also be in Korea?
Korea, yes. That's called the pre jamboree, and there's a lot of there's a physical, but we go as a physical as well as the virtual, both.
Okay.
Because in the World Jamboree, we are going to run the virtual kitchen tables and all these things, make a history for the World's Guinness Book record.
Very good. Very good. Then, by then I should be getting a new passport, because mine is almost full. So I'll make sure I have empty pages.
You have to, because before the 6 month you renew your passport if any country you are planning to go. But you have your defense thing, so that's not the problem.
Yes, I have a diplomatic passport that I fly on, so we actually renew every 6 months. So I thank you guys for your time. And do you guys have any questions for me before I head out?
I think I will direct to the Sanjeeva because he is running the IT department, and definitely any consultation or something, you should get involved on that one.
Okay, thank you.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Jason.
Nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Simon,
Nice to
thank you
meet you
very
too,
much.
sir.
Take care.
I appreciate everybody today. And yep, Sanjeeva, yep, ask any question you have, send me an email.
Sure.
I'm happy. I'm an open book.
Thank you. I really appreciate it for
Okay.
helping us.
Bye. Thank you.
All
Nice
right.
meeting you, Dr. Jason.
Oh,
Thank you.
Jason is fine. You just call me Jason. Like, in the Philippines, they're so title oriented. It gives me a headache sometimes.
It's not only the Philippines, but all the Asia Pacific countries.
It's
Yeah.
If they have one title, they wanted to make sure that everybody call the doctor or lieutenant colonel. If they are lieutenant colonel, they call colonel. If they're
Yes,
lieutenant colonel, they will like to call the general. So that's a tradition.
yes.
I'm from
Oh,
Pakistan originally. I know Asanullah is from Bangladesh, and he's Sanjeev from Sri Lanka. So we are all from the outside the.
Yeah, I keep telling the people, you know what? Just call me Sanjeev, and people keep calling, Mr.
and what kills me is, so I have two bachelor's degrees, one in biology and one in engineering, and I'm a board passer for engineering. I actually worked as an engineer for 3 years while attending medical school. So when I'm in the Philippines, they call me engineer, doctor, colonel, and I'm like, oh, no, no, no. Jason is good. And so most of my scouts call me Doc Jason because that's the Filipino custom to call doctors is Doc. So they call me Doc Jason. And I'm okay with it, but it's still, it's cultural, right? So in my culture here in the US, it's very rare we call